Going on, guys? I'm live, apparently. I am live on Facebook, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm actually live on 4 streams at once right now, which is pretty crazy for the Jordan Garber Now news update. Obviously, the best quality you can get this podcast in is on the Jordan Garber Now fan page. Now, for Instagram, we had Norman tune in. Thanks for tuning in, Norm. As well as A Pierce 9222 and someone else on Instagram who I can't pronounce joined, as well as Jason Rush on Facebook. So I appreciate that. It's just, what a long day. Like, it was just so long. Like, I can't even elaborate on how long and just slow today was. And AZ, thanks for tuning in. Everyone's wondering, why am I focusing on moving out of Winnipeg, and we're not going to go too much into that much, but it's just that it's slow paced, very slow paced. I like fast paced places and places that can just pretty much just go, and that's all I'm about. Anyways, Pluto joined on Instagram. Thanks for tuning in. So a lot of things have happened in the wrestling world lately. And the question from Norman asks if I went to CW at Ricky's a couple weeks ago. I did not. I did not go to that show. But Pineapple Pete has appeared on WWE Raw as seen on AEW. That's pretty impressive, actually. Let me lower this a little bit. There we go. That's probably a little better. And if no one knows who Pineapple Pete is, that's Chikara's Sugar Dunkington. Which, honestly, I always thought was one of the most underrated independents you could ever have. You know, I feel, Mitch, thanks for tuning in. I feel like a lot of the Chikara product has basically been based off negative reviews, some of them. I think Chikara deserves a lot more credit. So if you guys are watching this live, the best audio quality is available on my Facebook page, Jordan Garber Now Podcast. If you guys are watching on Facebook, on my personal page or Instagram or Twitter, you guys can still hear everything, but it's not in the best audio quality, just some cell phone quality. So just a few news and pointers, I guess, going in. Who's trending in the world of wrestling? Peyton Royce. She's been having a great week. She's been absolutely having a great week. And now Pete Dunne is working as an NXT UK producer. That's what we need. We need some smart minds in wrestling to write these things. I feel like that's what a lot of WWE is lacking of, because a lot of their writers aren't actual writers. They're actual writers, but in different industries. And I feel like to be a writer in the wrestling industry, like you just gotta have it, man. You just gotta have that experience factor. It's like me walking into a warehouse and driving a forklift. If I first drive the forklift, I'm gonna mess up because I never tried it before. So that's what they're doing right now, is they're just getting too many people that don't have the forklift license to drive the forklift. And that's what some of our writers, like Retribution, that's like, oh my god. I was in middle school and I've seen projects that people have done that have been better than that. Way better than that. It's just ridiculous. Like, they don't go over it all as heels at all. Someone please tell me if they do. We have 7 people on Facebook, 10 on Twitter, and 5 on Instagram. One of you guys tell me how relevant they are. Not at all. They're not talked about. To be a star, I feel like you have to be talked about in this world. But that's pretty much my take on it. Monday Night Raw tomorrow. I have a really good feeling, though. It's going to be a good one. Because they actually did it. I believe they did bring some writers who were wrestling qualified, and they're bringing in more of that, which is really good. But the more writers you have that don't have experience in the game, what are you there to win? You're just gonna get more negative and more negative reviews. But another thing, what I don't like about the wrestling community, and one thing I want to improve on as a podcaster, is like everyone is negative about something, including myself. And I was like 1 or 2 minutes ago. It's like if everyone would stop being negative and focus more on the positives of the wrestling product, like I feel like our business would be in more of a success. I was gonna say succession. That's not even a word, but I was gonna say this business would have a lot more success to the mainstream media. But I really like this Jordan Garber Now podcast page. I didn't think that this live stream was going to turn out as well as it did on the Facebook page, just because only 10% of what I post can be seen by my listeners and viewers that like the actual Jordan Garber Now podcast page. So I'm actually impressed with how that turned out. And Facebook too, you guys, we peaked up to 9 people, like literally 2 minutes ago, down to 2, but we're still doing pretty good on Twitter and Instagram. We're pretty much dead. Instagram's not been like my main factor. I give people credit that do well on Instagram, actually. It's like, if you were a celebrity and you could pick one place of choice where you could just expand your name forever and forever and get all those likes, where would it be? Facebook, Twitter, Instagram? I don't know. I could also be ranting. Forever Nick's Life, thanks for tuning in, man. I see you tune into a lot of the streams. I really appreciate it. But what was I saying? I went to work today, and like when you work at a call center, it really takes realizing what you deal with in the daily world. I'm not being negative at all. I'm actually being positive and negative. But I literally call all these people and like they answer the phone and they say they're busy. If you're really busy, like I wouldn't pick up my phone. Would you? Open debate. Like I don't know if I would. Like if I'm busy, I'll just ignore the call. Instead, all day we got people saying that, oh, I'm busy. And like they just like hang up. It's not really a big deal. It's just when you do telemarketing for all those years and call people like every call, ring, 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 fuck off, ring, 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 you're a bitch, ring, ring, ring. It starts to get into your head a little bit. So, that's what it comes down to. But, what can you do? I keep the lights on in this place, in my room. In now studios, I work this whole little call center shit journey. 7 years, man. I could have been doing something else. Anything. Zach, thanks for tuning in. But it's like, fuck. Every day, you're good with the media. But it's like every person you talk to, it's like, fuck. And it's like all these people count on you. And it's like, well, for fuck's sakes, man, I just want a podcast, to be perfectly honest, and smoke my weed and, like, watch my wrestling, and, like, that's all I want to do. So, wow, the Jordan Garber Now podcast Facebook page actually got a good amount of views. The main Facebook stream's gone down. Twitter's still doing pretty good. Obviously, the mainstream with the best audio quality is available on the Jordan Garber Now Facebook page. But it's like, I say one thing on social media, and it's like everyone's offended by it. It's like 5-10 years ago, you'd never have that. And now it's like, oh my god, what a fucking oversensitive world. It's just unbelievable. But, like, I guess it's good in some ways and bad in others. But, like, at the end of the day, it's like everyone's thin-skinned. And it can certainly spread off, and it's crazy. I'm thinking of doing my own version of the WWE Thunderdome. Like, combine all of our listeners. And I'm talking about podcast listens, because our podcast listens generate a lot more than the daily news update was. As a matter of fact, Friday's episode did phenomenal, reaching some entertainment headlines with the Corey Forrester interview, which was absolutely amazing. Like, I couldn't believe that. I still can't believe that. Someone who was on The View on Jordan Garber Now, it's like, who is going to come next? Well, I'm going to announce that to you guys right now, actually. On October the 24th, Road Warrior Animal will be making his debut, and if you guys don't know, he's part of the world's greatest tag team of all time, the Legion of Doom, and he's going to be on the podcast live, ready to go. And I know you guys were waiting, but it's going to be worth the wait. As well, Dan the Beast Severn coming to the show. That's going to be awesome. Former UFC World Champion. Craig, thank you very much for tuning in. So what other news can we cover here? WWE has recently did a survey asking their fans who their favorite stars are and how much they'd pay for a meet and greet promoting the online feature. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I am not going to pay $100 to meet my favorite WWE superstar when I could go to an autograph signing and pay like 25, $30. I just don't understand it. Like, with coronavirus now though and everything, I guess it's important to have things done online. But it's like it comes to a point where you can just tell that they're taking advantage of people. And it's just honestly ridiculous. I don't know about you guys, but I would pay maybe like if WWE did it, I'll go up to $30. Sure. Sure. Give me a sec. But I'm not gonna sit there and pay a lot of cash. It's ridiculous. Anyways, I'm gonna give some stuff away to you guys here. Next person to say something, like fucking help me out here, guys. Next person to say something, I'll give this to you. I'll give this to you just for free, or just have it sitting around. I'll throw it to you in the mail with a signed Jordan Garber card and a Jordan Garber Now sticker. First person to comment wins, and that goes for any platform, multi-platform. So, help me out here, guys. Win something, win some prizes. I'm going to even give away a bottle of vodka to you guys. I'm not kidding. October 24th, be the first to win a 60 of alcohol. I'm not kidding. Of your choice. Up to $100. That's an announcement. Or you could take your pick of a 28 pack of beer. Or not 28, 24, or whatever the fuck they're called. It doesn't get better than that. That's going to be in October. Stay tuned on details how to win that. Anyways, Rob Van Dam recently did an interview. I actually did take a little bit of a listen to this one, and that was with a Q&A session with Pro Wrestling Junkies. It was an online topic, and they talked about working the crowd with John Cena at the One Night Stand event. I thought that was awesome, man. Like, you could just feel the adrenaline in that match, and you could feel that's just the way wrestling's supposed to be. Unpredictable. And that's the way that crowd was at the Hammerstein Ballroom in 05. Like, absolutely unpredictable. He also liked working with Jerry Lynn, who was actually supposed to be on the show back in 2009. But nothing worked out until I interviewed him in 2015 on the VOC Nation, which this show, Jordan Garber Now, was formerly on, until getting the cut in 2018. So, you guys can listen to us every single Friday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm not going to say it. Alright, I'll say it. I'm going to name a few new ones, though. You can listen to us on Spreaker, Radio Public, Breaker, and, of course, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. We're going to give away something each and every single news update. And we're going to give away something each podcast. I have a lot of cards here, lots of autographs, stickers, stuff like that. So stay tuned. Anyways, for myself, Jordan Garber, and Jordan Garber Now podcast, I hope each and every one of you guys go out there, stay safe. And our guest for next Friday, MC Hardbody, among a few others to be named. So check that out on the Jordan Garber Now Facebook page. For myself, Jordan Garber, and the Jordan Garber Now podcast. You guys have yourselves a great day, and thanks for tuning in to the news update, which I try to provide to you each and every single day. Take it easy.